What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online www.whatsupinthesky.com. Come check the website out. If you haven't joined the website, check the forum out first. All sorts of good stuff going back and forth. One of our great members, Ben Evans, had a mild heart attack, and we are all praying for him, sending our energy and our love. And if you could join in with us as we do that, I would so appreciate it. He's brought so many great articles and put them in the forums. It's free to sign up for the website. Like I said, Ben's a great guy, and I just wanted to lead off with that as we are looking at a Curiosity rover from 1081. This was from my buddy Shell. He like I said he's a machine when it comes to sending over good stuff. He called this one Fragments, and here's how he sent it over. And it's just out of reach. The PDS is where NASA puts all the planetary data system, where they put all the high resolution images. So this is directly from their website. Let me get you here so you can see it. They call these raw images, but they're in JPEG format. Now, I've learned this recently. This is just from working a lot with Richard Hoagland and the guys over there, Keith Laney, that these are the 70% images that they have here are nothing compared to what are actually out there on the database for us. So they call these raw images, but NASA has changed the definition of raw image to include browsing images for the public. So once some of these old ones that we've had that were astonishing, I'm going to be going back through and pulling out the actual image data and really taking a look at them. They're science calibrated and everything. So with this one, and my buddy Shell always sends it over with the perfect. He called this fragmented because we believe over here that something smashed. Really smashed into Mars. And when it did, it sent stuff everywhere. And I do believe that the Gale crater was underwater at one time. There's still water seeping up from the bottom of this area. We've seen it in many of my videos. I'm going to be pointing it out. About to leave for Tampa for a week, so I won't be making some videos. Well, maybe I'll do some vlogs along the way. I've had some stuff I wanted to talk about, space stuff. Maybe I can get that out while I'm driving down. We'll see. But let's take a look at this picture and get right on into it. Like I said, there's some really interesting stuff right off the bat that looks like, you know, at some point it belonged to something that was crafted and then eventually ended up here at the bottom of whatever this, whatever Gale crater was, whether it was a lake or, inlet. They think it was probably a lake, or they found rivers through it. But check this piece out right here. Just very interesting how it's got the shapes. You can cut that right down the middle, and the symmetry is amazing, even with the pieces over here on the side. And you can tell, here's let me show you how it comes from NASA. There's it directly from NASA. There's the color you get directly from NASA, as you see on their website right here, which is always in the description below. And if you go to the website, the article version, which takes you to the What's Up in the Sky website, you'll get this link, plus you'll get my image link where I've actually enhanced it, and I pull up some of these and really enhance them a little bit better for you guys. So let's take a look here. And here's a reason why I don't do faces, because this thing right here, just in the ground, looks like a face. Your eyes see a face there, and I've really come away from doing that in my work. But this area alone, like I said, and these things are kind of small. They're, from the top of the rover looking down onto this hill. But check out some of these formations that look just like blocks that you would find anywhere. Check this piece out over here. How about that? When you actually change, hit the auto color, and this stuff, starts bringing out the true color of the rocks that are actually in it. Because look, this is the true color of these things. See the reddish in there, and when you hit the auto color, it pulls it out a little bit more. And I don't like going too much further than that. But check out some of these, the circles in these pieces. They look like they belong to something at one time. Check this piece out right here. It almost looks like a little figurine. It has some sort of metal clipping. Let's check that out. See that? How it looks like a horseshoe, metal horseshoe. But now that does look like a little mini face, a little almost like a little doll you would find somewhere. This piece right here brought my attention because of how it comes up like this and has the rounded edge to it, but comes straight back down. And where there's some blur pieces right here. See the blur through here, so you can't see exactly what's on it. But where you do see what's on it, you see spheres that are in similar shape and almost look to have patterns. Thought that was pretty cool. Pointed that out to me right away when I saw it. So you got this piece over here. Um, my buddy Shell pointed out that piece. Like I said, he's really become the master at sending me some things. There's a lot of you guys that do it. But this, you haven't seen nothing yet. This one's going to hold a couple more pretty cool ones. Let me go up to the top and we'll start up here where the other ones that I saw were. Here was one right here. Just first off, this whole shape kind of was interesting. But at the bottom of the shape, it's next to another kind of weird piece. But check out this kind of look at the inlays in it. Could be JPEG artifacts. That's something I'll have to look at later. Like this piece up here, that's most likely JPEG artifacts that makes that look so unique. You can see the coloring in it, but it definitely has some, if you cut it right down the middle, right down the middle, cut that thing right down the middle, and you'll get the symmetrical piece from it. And once again, the blurriness on the front side of some of these is really takes away some of the quality of the image, as we roll through here. There was a couple things up at the top I had wanted to show. The next ones that go down. Here we go, right here. All right. This piece right here is kind of interesting. It has like almost looks like a metal piece that comes straight up and it goes into this other rock up there. Yeah, I might be wrong on that. Let's say I see what I see, you see what you see. There's an S in this rock, whatever this is right here. It's totally got an S put into it. We see that everywhere on Mars. Now check this piece out right here. This looks like something you would pull out of one of our oceans here on Earth. See the shape? It almost like a seashell shape. Like here, if you had the top of it, and then the dome piece comes down to a little cone. But check that. You got a sphere here, and then one that's raised. This might not be raised. You can't see the shadow on it from this angle. But once again, you've got kind of an off-colored blur here. It's greened out. But it looks very interesting, like that's a nodule or another sphere off the top of it. I thought that one was pretty cool. Especially when and it's next to like that S up here. It's got these two pieces in it. This is Fragments. Like I said, I love the name. I don't even know what the name is. Like I said, I've really become um, more conservative when it comes to actual naming my things because I don't want people to come under false tense. Look, if when I was naming things, puppy on Mars because the thing looked like a puppy. People actually thought I believed it was a puppy on Mars. Really, they don't watch the actual stuff. It's not like you guys who stick with me at this point are still watching. A lot of you guys have, and I'm just thankful that you guys even watch these videos and watch them to the end because I know at least the money that we're spending on these missions, at least somebody's looking at them, and you might show them to your friends and say, "Hey, this kind of looks like something that might have been on Earth." Um, I've done a lot of those comparisons, and they're going to be coming up in the future a lot as well. The comparisons. All right, now check this piece out. This piece looks like nothing. The metal, it looks total metal. Um, I'm not going to trust the divots or whatever in them because I just don't. This could be JPEG artifacts, how this one's done. Let me see what it looks like when black and white. Yeah, you get the same things, but you can definitely tell, even from the way it comes from NASA, that's a whole different color. And as you come down, it comes up and across. It's got a 90-degree angle that comes down, and from there you lose it because you've got two pieces in front of it. But as it comes back up, there's a 90-degree angle. Now there's also a blur mark in front of it here that runs right here, so you can't really see how crisp or how clear, what else is there, but interesting to me either way. What else did I miss that my buddy showed? I always want to, go through his stuff and get his on there because he's always pointing out some amazing things. I think that was one of the pieces right there. Yeah, this whole area right here was one that he thought was interesting, and I definitely have to agree. This piece here that's got that on it, and down here, let's see, up here there was by that big rock. Let's go to the big rock. And these pieces right here, these are actually, no, those are really interesting. Check that out. It's almost, once again, it's kind of carved out of there. Almost looks like it, you know. Who knows how, I think when this stuff broke up, you could see the chips and where these things hit each other, and it was total devastation that hit the planet. I imagine anything that did survive, survived underground, and anything that flourished definitely had to have flourished underground. Um, some interesting pieces right here, intricate patterns on them. Here, once again, I didn't even notice that. You've got up here where we had that one piece, you've got two triangular patterns with a piece up there next to it. So it's funny. I think, oh, this is just going to be a quick, easy one to go through. Just show some fragments. I get in, start staring at these things, and there's so much to look at in them. And I hope that you guys download them yourself. That's really the whole purpose of why I do this, and make your own decisions. You know, here it looks to have a square cut out of that piece, almost like it was um, mined. Or, you know, maybe the square piece came out of it. Here's a little capstone looking triangle piece. I don't think that's capstone. Like I said, that these are so small. I think these would fit in our hands. We're looking from the size of the Rover, which is about a small SUV, looking down with these mass cams. So I think that the size is relative to that. So as we go through it, let's take another look through here real fast. Anything you guys see I missed? I'm sure there is. Oh, down here in the corner too, I noticed this piece came off. Now that was cool. There's a circle with pieces coming out from around it, and actually another S right there. But this was cool. Check this out. This is almost a perfect circle. Well, it almost looks like a piece of jewelry or something. Um, or piece. It is a perfect circle, and up at the top it has like this part goes up, and you see the shadow under that piece of it, the shadow on the backside right there of the, you know, how it would look with the sun, the way the sun's coming. See how the sun's coming this way, and this piece is putting up a shadow. So there's a circle disc, and it's got a sphere, little sphere shape in the middle, and here it's so blurred out you really can't tell what it is, but sure does look out of place. You know, not much around there is perfect circles. So, all right, guys, what's up in the sky 37? My name is Will. Hope you check out the website. Like, thanks to Shell for sending this one over. As always, interesting stuff. Fragments. I have so much to get out. Like I said, I'm leaving for Tampa. I wish I had a slew of videos. I've been so busy with my 9 to 5 job and just all sorts of stuff going on. I'm really going to try and work when I get my laptop down on that water special, the Curiosity water. I've showed probably now. Check that piece out here. That tell me that's not cool. That's symmetrical as all hell. Cut that right down the center there, and that would fold right on each other. Now I've put back to what I was saying. I've put out probably 5 videos now showing seeping water from the area around Gale Crater, and not many people have picked up on that. Haven't seen it on the news. NASA hasn't came out and said anything. So I'm actually going to put together a kind of a paper, uh, an article, and a video all to go together. And I really want to hammer this out because this stuff should be front page news. Maybe when it was front page news when the scoop went down and took that real dry sample and it was point zero 0.02. You know, 0.02 water. So they said, "Oh yeah, gosh, that's so much water that we could get water out of it." This stuff where we're at, you could pick up the sand, clump it up into a ball, and throw it. That's how much water we're talking about seeping out of it. So you've seen the videos before, but you haven't seen some of these other pictures that we found going through the archives. So, all right, guys, much love to you. Hope you're having yourself a good time. I'll keep in touch throughout my trip. Comment, so many. There's 630 videos before this. So if you are just joining the channel, go back, check out some of the earlier ones. I went through a lot of known anomalies, and then as people started sending me anomalies, which is all the time, I started picking up that as well. So there's plenty to go through. So, and on the website, there's all sorts of good stuff on the forums. So go sign up if you haven't, and you can read the forums, and with you don't have to talk in them. But to sign up, to talk, you have to sign up. So, what'supinthesky.com. My name is Will. Peace. Oh, and of course, much love.